Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Ashes of Ariandel as we look at the beautiful scenery. And what the heck? Who's this? Who's this guy? That's not the right character. Did I do something wrong? Well, no. Something did go wrong though, although I don't think it was my fault. So, I guess the short version of the story rather is I did finish the DLC in one last recording session. Pretty long one, but you know, I was having fun and was doing pretty well, I do say so myself. So I pulled through, finished the entire game, recorded everything, or at least I thought so, but as it turned out afterwards, one of the videos, this one, or the fifth one, just wasn't there. It was gone, nowhere to be seen. Video file was corrupted, no data, nothing. So I ended up with a gap in between episodes 4 and 6, and I know very quite precisely what I did in that episode, except of course I couldn't replicate that on the same character due to autosave, and I had not made any save backups because that would have meant quitting out of the game, backing up my save folder and stuff like that. So yeah, my only other choice to fill that gap was to take another character, and I figured why not take the one from the original Let's Play to have him make a guest appearance. And played up to this point. I had actually just started New Game Plus. I was sitting, right where you start the game in New Game Plus. Hadn't touched it, so I had to play all the way up to Cleansing Chapel to enter the DLC, and then of course through the DLC up to this point. So I am now exactly where I left off on my other character. So that's the easy part. We're also in a place that I had not discovered on my first playthrough, so I guess that's something I can show off a little bit extra. So as you can see, this is where you descend down the impromptu ladder. Well, the place down there is, and then you start dropping all the way down until you eventually reach the bottom of this chasm and the bonfire down there in the frozen depths, or whatever it's called. As it turns out, there is a way to walk all the way up manually, or, well, not manually, but without warping up to the other bonfire. For whatever reason, I'm really not sure. I was thinking briefly about maybe people wanting to do no bonfire runs or something like that. Playing through the game without touching a bonfire, except maybe those that are absolutely necessary. And they wanted to give you ways to, you know, go back up from the bottom, and there are the ladders on the other side, and there are the routes on this side. So, I mean, this is the regular path, but you can actually. This is scary every single time. You can go on these, and then you can go up here, and as you can see over there, right above my head, there is a dead body that used to have an item, and there was another item I hadn't collected on my other character. Didn't find it before. Wait. The Shikatana? No, wait. I haven't actually looked at it. Ah, Follower's Saber. I thought it was a rapier. Great curved sword. A great curved sword? Huh, just a curved sword. Wielded by Pharaoh followers, its great weight enables heavy-handed chain attacks. Okay. The followers brandish their swords to hunt warriors taken by the abyss. Their technique is honed to face men, implying those yet to lose their human aspect are their likeliest prey. The skill is Prying Wedge. A chain attack that wedges below foes and swings upward, breaking their guard. Strong attack can be used to follow up the onslaught with a fatal blow. That does sound pretty elaborate and pretty cool, potentially. It's not really the type of weapon I'm using on this character. Yeah, I'm using the Firelink Greatsword, by the way. I was using the Lorien Greatsword because I really like the way it looks. It's also deals a lot more damage, as you can see here. We have almost 600 with this one, and well over 700 with this one. But it's just so much slower that I guess the DPS ultimately is better with this one, so I'm going with that. Also, having fire is really good against many of the enemies in this DLC. Having a fire weapon, that is. So yeah, there's that. So you can make your way all the way up here. You can drop down to that route and grab the item, as I did. You and you can make your way all the way up these routes to where I just was. And there are no items along that way. That is the way to go where the archer, that other archer is. That's right up there. If you don't do like I did, and just snipe him off there before attempting the path across these precarious routes here that I feel very uncomfortable traversing. So yeah, there's absolutely nothing. It turned out just to lead you back up in case you ever wanted to go back up to the chapel without having to warp via bonfire. Weird, but okay, it's there. So that's the situation. So originally I just resumed here. Hello there. I guess I'm gonna... Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? I'll make a real quick cut here, just level up a little bit, and be right back with you in a second. Alright, here we are, back at the bonfire. I leveled up my vitality twice, so I was able to... first of all, I put on the Clarinethy ring because I'm using a different shield now, and I like having better stamina recovery. I put on the actual helmet, and as you can see, I'm just below 70% weight ratio, so I can mid-roll. Yeah. I also have the Firekeeper skirt because I don't know what it is, but I really like the combination of heavy armor with a skirt, or a kilt or something like that. I think it looks really cool. It reminds me of, I don't know, character actually looks like this. Anyway, I like it. So, and of course it's much lighter than the actual Millwood Knight leggings. So here we go. But I was able to equip the helmet. What was that? Oh, maybe that was just the archer shooting? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. So, originally this episode started with me jumping down here and doing what I'm about to do. So I mean, yeah, this screams boss arena, and so I guess that's not really much of a spoiler. So we can see this tower structure here. We see this field of flowers. I don't know if I commented on it before, or if that was in the original episode 5, but it does remind me of that of the final boss battlefield, or final boss arena for Bloodborne, actually, where you fight Gehrman and the hidden boss. No spoilers. And we can see there a tombstone, kind of reminiscent of the whole Sif storyline from Dark Souls 1. Also a sword by that grave. And we got a wolf there. I didn't actually try shooting it. Oh, you can. Okay, there are actually several wolves, but yeah. I wasn't sure that would be possible. Nice, and there we go. Champion's Grave Tender. So, it's not really about the wolves. We got a dude there, walking slowly towards us, which is actually... typically I'm not a huge fan of boss fights with multiple enemies, because to a degree that feels like artificial difficulty to me. But the fact that these wolves are moving so much faster than their master... was he actually using... No. Okay, no, of course. I know what weapon he's using. So he does have a pretty cool shield. Maybe we'll see the special attack soon. I don't know if that was it. Anyway, yeah, we got this dude and only 3 wolves. So, I think I was mentioning originally that it seems unlikely that he will not eventually call more wolves to help him. Oh, there we go. That was... Oh! What? How did he do that? How did he even... Oh, I know. I mean, I think I know. That special attack that he did. That Lion's War. It must leave you prone to critical attacks? I didn't know that. That's kind of terrifying. Oh! Yep, that must be it. Also, something I didn't mention before. the Millwood Knight Shield, or Shield of the Ethereal Oak, I think it's called, does give you a health regen effect, which is really nice. Helps, helps you regenerate. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we do actually get another wolf, but it's quite a bit bigger. I'm not sure if it's the same one we've been fighting multiple times. Oh, by the way, something else. On this character, I actually managed to fight both of the wolf encounters, of the big wolf encounters, from the beginning of this DLC, or from earlier in this DLC, in the same session without healing in between. Okay, let's heal. It's risky, but I didn't know whether the wolf would do more dashes. Okay, there we go. Can I finish him off? Oh, almost. Oh god. Yep. I should have killed the grave tender faster. That was the problem. Basically, deal with the enemies that are easy to kill quickly, and this boss fight is not so bad. So killing the wolves first is really easy. So that's not a big deal. They die so quickly, and they usually run towards you much faster than the grave tender. So you should have enough time to take those out before you even have to deal with the guy, who is also not terribly difficult to fight, I find. And then there's the big wolf. And again, that should not be super difficult. I did have slight difficulty, but really not that much. It took me, I think, a total of 3 or 4 tries. And honestly, for a Dark Souls boss, that's not a lot. Right, we have 2 wolves back here. The other one is already closed in. Oh, there we go. Okay, took care of 2 of them already. Oh, there he comes, but not fast enough to save his friends. Oops, that sounds more cruel than I intended. Okay. Yeah, this is where I fought on my on my original attempts. Back here. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but I think the big wolf actually, or the great wolf, or again, wow, that never happened to me at first, because I was playing as a different character with a different weapon, without a shield. That's kind of significant difference. So the big wolf appears in that area in front of the tower, I think, pretty sure. So that gives you a little bit more time to actually finish this guy off, because the wolf joins in. Oh man, I had my chance to actually riposte him there, or well, I don't know what's the right term. Yeah, see, so the wolf joins in as he is already close to death. Oh, also the wolf is hurt. I'm not sure if that's always the case. Okay, there we go. See, the wolf starts all the way over there, so it's beneficial to fight back here, I feel. No, and the wolf does not have as much health as the one from the beginning. Oh, also I wasn't quite done talking about that, was I? Oh, ooh, that was too close. So, his attacks do take away a high amount of stamina. So it's definitely better to block than to definitely better to dodge than to block, of course. Okay, right. So I did fight both of the wolf encounters before without resetting, but the wolf did have full health every single time, and there was no way of actually killing him. He teleported away both times. Whoa, see? And yeah, I'm pretty sure this wolf actually has less hit points. Maybe it just looks that way because his health bar is so much bigger. But I do seem to take away... Oh yeah, also he goes into rage mode and breathes frost as he goes to lower hit points. Oh, that was bad. Heal quickly. Okay, good. No, wow, he bit right through my shield. It's actually not cool. Heal. Whoop, dodged that one. Ooh, barely dodged that one. Oh no, so close. And there we go. Wow, okay, I actually did even better the second time around than the first time. I mean, in a way that's kind of logical or makes sense, but I was really afraid I would be I might be doing terribly on this re-recording, and I was so salty about those original attempts being lost. But yeah, this is actually not bad. Oh man, I'm super glad it turned out this way. So we don't get a soul. Interestingly, I don't know. The Dark Souls lore guys are probably gonna analyze the hell out of that, and it's probably super significant, as most things in Dark Souls are. But we do get the Champion's Bones, and we do get the Valor Heart. I guess getting the weapon directly is just as good as getting a soul that gives you the weapon, except that you cannot just go ahead and pop the soul if you don't want the weapon. But then I guess you can just sell the weapon to the handmaiden, so it's pretty much the same. Anyway, this is really interesting because it's technically it's not very different from having these paired weapons that just have a two-handed mode that gives you a dual wielding style. But this is the only weapon of its kind so far that gives you a sword and shield combo. So that's Valor Heart. Weapon once wielded by the champion of the undead match. A special paired set consisting of a broadsword and a lion shield. The champion fought on without rest until he lost his mind. In the end, only his page and a lone wolf stayed at his side. Skill Lion Stance. That's what we saw him use there with the raised sword. While in stance, use normal attacks to thrust forward with shield up, and strong attack to execute a shield bash with a lion's roar. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Stats-wise, I guess the damage is okay for a one-handed weapon, and well, the block isn't great, assuming that counts for the shield portion of the weapon. So 60 physical block, yeah, that's kind of meh. Yeah, that must be it with 50 stability. Stability is kind of standard, but still. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I bet many people will be able to use that very effectively, much more so than I. And then we have the Champion's Bones. Burn at Firelink Shrine to unlock undead matches. And I guess that's the another big portion of this DLC was supposed to be a PvP, and or that's what I had heard before, which had made me a little bit afraid that there might not be much PvE in the DLC at all. And of course there could be more, but there is obviously a pretty significant PvE portion to this game or to this DLC. It's not just PvP, of course, but the heart of that, or the gist of that PvP portion, seems to be this. So, the chart, but warm bones of a champion, burn at the Firelink Shrine bonfire to participate in undead matches. So just a sort of PvP mode, I suppose, similar maybe to those arenas that you could the PvP arenas from Dark Souls 1 and probably also Dark Souls 2. Well, as you can tell, I've never really done PvP at all. Not intentionally, anyway, and whenever I was forced to do it, I hated it, so yeah, there you go. But apparently there's this now. Not sure if I want to try it, actually give it a try in the course of this DLC, in the course of this Let's Play of the DLC. But we'll see, maybe. Long ago, an undead declared a fight to celebrate their undeath and to preserve what remained of their souls, so it was that the undead matches were born. The merit of an undead is measured in deaths. Could there be a greater gift for such a creature than a fight that has no end? Well, yes, if you ask me, but you don't ask me, maybe? I don't know. So there is no way to get up on this tower, as far as I can tell. But I think I think I'm going to talk about that in the following episodes. Yeah, it's weird to, I'm in my timeline. Everything has already happened, basically. But oh well, let's just not get into this. Time travel is always a bit of a a bit brain pain inducing. So yeah, on the subject of those weird elaborate ways back up out of this gorge, I don't think there is a way to leave this boss fight arena without using the bonfire warp. So what's the point? Why give you two different ways to climb all the way back up from the bottom of the gorge, but no way to go back up from this boss fight? I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but it doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Anyway, next up, we go back to here, actually, yeah. And we're going to... Oh, maybe I should have leveled up. I should be fine. I'm not gonna die. And even then, I don't really need to put any more points into anything. I'm far away from being able to actually wear all my equipment, plus the actual Millwood Knight leggings. That's gonna take more than a level or two in vitality, so let's just not worry about that too much. Would be an aesthetic thing mostly anyway. I've never really... Oh, hello there. Didn't even remember you. Oh, well, okay, that works. I mean, in a world where Titanite lizards just die from falling off ledges, from running off ledges, like they are prone to do. Oh, okay. My friend, that's not how this is done. Yeah, in a world where lizards just die from running off ledges and don't just despawn in midair, and they still drop their Titanite, I'm just fine with them doing that. So, what we have here, and what I hadn't seen previously, is that there is a slidey, icy slidey ramp leading down to that village over there, or whatever it is. So yeah, point of no return. Let's go. You can steer slightly, but as far as I can tell, there is no point to doing that, except that it's fun. Okay. So from here, we get a first look at the outer wall of this town, I suppose. All right, there was an item here. So always nice. We get a good look of the boss arena here. So I guess if you somehow, I mean, if you miss the fact that you could go down there, and I guess it's kind of easy to miss, except I found it obvious that the rope bridge would be, could be destroyed as the other one that we'd seen in the main game, and would also serve as a ladder. So, that's something I tried immediately, and I would imagine most people to do that, unless, I don't know, maybe they forgot about that part of the main game, or maybe they never found it to begin with. But yeah, if you somehow missed that you could go down there, this will give you a good look at this place. And this, I mean, if you take a close look, it's pretty obvious that that's something you should be able to reach somehow, which is always nice. The game kind of gives you subtle hints as to what you could possibly do, what other things you might try. Alright, so down here we have some sort of green sludge that looks unhealthy. Also we have things down there. Not sure if they're dead. But judging by the fact that some parts of them are moving, they're probably not. Okay, let's take a quick look up here. Oh, great. And that's one of those spidery centipede things from Ariandel. Let's actually jump down here real quick. Are you dead? Well, now you are. Ugh, okay. Some sort of bird abomination. Absolutely bizarre and ugly looking. And what the hell are you? Oh god, okay. Good, I one-shot those. Here we have budding green blossoms. Awesome. I was hoping for more, but oh well. Guess I'll I'll take whatever I can get. God, there are so many more. I'm not sure if they all come alive. Oh, hey, you do. That's nice. Okay, okay. Oh, this one's dead. This one wasn't. Okay, let's just kill all of these. Kill them with fire. I'm actually killing them with fire. How fitting. Oh god, okay. That guy actually managed to attack me. This one's already dead. Yeah, okay. I see the blood splatters. Okay, good. There is a way into this town or settlement structure. Okay, this one is different. Even uglier than the little ones, if that was even possible. And there seem to be brighter and darker versions of these. I don't think that's just a lighting thing, but I might be wrong. Okay, so the ugly ones, say that as if the others weren't ugly, do breathe poison, I believe. Might be toxic. I have no desire to find out. I am glad that the sludge is actually neither hindering my movements nor poisoning me. I think we got all of them. Oh! I spoke too soon. There we go. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I think one thing I mentioned when I got here originally. Oh, there's also an item up there. I think I noticed that as well. So one thing I noted was how there seemed to be a number of similarities actually between this DLC, certain elements of it, and Bloodborne, which well, might not be a coincidence entirely, seeing as both games were made by the same company, by many of the same peoples, I imagine. By many of the same people, I imagine. So these bird things, the little ones in particular, do remind me of those raven or crow monsters from Bloodborne, and those fly things that we saw earlier reminded me of those blood-sucking things from... where did we see them in Bloodborne? That I forget what the place was called, but it was also ice-covered and snow-covered, right? Canehurst. I think it was Canehurst. And also in the DLC. Oh, I forgot about this one. Okay, it's really not dangerous, but I guess it's mostly there to startle you. It kind of worked in my case, even though I should have known it was there. Okay, past this gate, we do see an item. And that's just what the heck. This guy. I mean, I obviously have fought him before, except not with this character, but I'm still uncomfortable around this thing. I mean, what is it? It also has a bird's beak, or bird-like beak. I think you can backstab them, even though originally I didn't succeed in doing so. Oh wow, and the combos they have, man. The combos. And they bleed. I mean, they bleed you. Oh, got the backstab. Nice. Okay, also, special attack with this sword is super nice. I love it. Awesome. Okay, wow, that went way better. I think... I'm not entirely sure, but I think the first time... Oh, no. I think the fight, my original fight against this guy took a while, but I did not die, because I never went through this whole outer moat area a second time. I only went through that once, so I must have killed him, actually. But I'm pretty sure it took most of my Estus, if nothing else. Also, look at this. This is absolutely disgusting. Everything's full of these insect eggs. This looks super gross. Guess you don't really need me to tell you that. Okay, we got another one of these. Seems to be a poison breather. Let's not mess around with that. Did he drop something? Yeah, stalk dung pies. Yummy. And we got a large soul. Always welcome. Can't really have enough of those, or, well, not too many anyway. And we got a ladder up out of the cesspool. Okay. Let's go in. Carefully checking for ambushes, although I don't think there is one. An ember. Okay, nice. This guy looks slightly different, doesn't he? Oh, hey there.
Oh, well, there is nothing forlorn about you.
Oh, why, thanks.
You must be the other Ash, I suppose.
The other Ash. Well, I am the Ashen One. At least everyone keeps calling me that, so I guess I am Ash, yes.
Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek?
I think I've been told that I am. So, your lady. I should show her the flame.
Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world.
Yeah, I have.
But that which fooled the good father and buried the flame, after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame,
So,
and you
yeah.
have only to show.
Yeah, okay. So, some witch betrayed the good father? Their good father? And hid away the flame, huh? Buried away the flame. And I'm supposed to find the flame and show it to his lady.
Oh,
You wouldn't,
please.
would you mind telling me her
Must
name,
be
maybe?
you.
Wouldn't be that
I
Frida
am so
person.
terribly frightened of timidly rotting away like those fools on the outside.
Timidly rotting away like the fools on the outside, huh? They don't seem so timid to me.
Please, I am so like.
Well, I'll see what I can do, friend. I mean, I guess they're not super aggressive, but... Huh. Actually, this one is not. Okay, well, never mind. I spoke too soon. What's here? I think this guy's not friendly, though. Is he? Will he attack me, actually? Yep. Well, I mean... God. Are you alright? Okay, so... that counts as an attack. Oh, he's not... he's actually not dead. Okay, well... good job surviving a hit. Well, that's nice. Okay. We have some way from that roof to the wall, or the other way around. We have that archway and a ladder. So there must be some way to reach the top of these roofs. Oh, we got plenty more of those guys on a sort of pilgrimage up the hill. Up to that temple, possibly? Or it looks like a temple. I don't know, it reminds me of some of those temples in Skyrim. Maybe that's more the setting, more the snowy surroundings than everything else. Oh, and then, of course, we have a bonfire in here. What a welcome sight. I'm not gonna rest here right now, just so the enemies don't respawn and I really don't have to rest. There's an item up there, so there must be some way to reach that, of course. I think this is called the Corvian settlement or something. So, Corvians, okay. And this is where we entered. Right, that's the gate over there, that's still closed. And the only way forward seems to be across this bridge. these guys. Oh, whoa, what? How did I kick? That's weird. Okay, does not open from this side. We see some sort of fire in there. I don't know if that's just a light source or some dude with a torch. Okay, this also doesn't open. Right. Oh, nice. Hi there. How are you doing today? Not so good, huh? Alright. These guys. Yeah, they seem to be, well, one of them got turned around somehow, but yeah, they don't attack, and they just walk slowly up that hill. We got these two locked houses, but we do have a way around here, and we got this dude ready to breathe fire. Thankfully, breathe fire? No, breathe poison, but thankfully they're not a big fan of fire. I mean, who really is? At least not when you're being attacked with it. Got another ember. And we can go around here. This is actually where the gate is. So you can drop down here. There's another one of those things and an item. And I guess, yeah, okay. I didn't see that on my first time here. Oh, hello there. Or did I see the guy hanging here? That one actually surprised me. No, I remember. Good thing I looked around. So, I didn't see the switch or the lever down there. But I figured they wouldn't just trap you in there if you drop down there. There would be no way, or there must be a way to get back out of here. And yes, this lever just opens the gate to let you back out. And back here we find a simple gem. Yeah, that was totally worth it, wasn't it? I don't know. It feels more like a trap than anything else. Really not worth your time. But I did do that originally, and I wanted to show what that item is. So let's get back up real quick. Because there's another place you can reach from where we just dropped down. Da-da-da. Right, we did take a look in here. There wasn't much of anything. Well, an ember. I guess that's not completely useless. So there is this ledge here. There's also this guy, and I think he's going to try to shove you off the edge. What an ass. No, thank you. Okay, nice, you can actually backstab these, and another one drops from the roof. But he just falls. That's okay. Did he actually die from that? Maybe. Okay, but there's no way through there. In fact, you have to make a little jump here. That's a really easy jump to make, as I almost don't make it. Whew, okay. Man, I would have looked stupid if I had fallen. Got another one of these guys. We're gonna kill. Right, and then we have this platform. This is where you jump off to grab that item. But let me actually... Oh yeah, okay, never mind. There's this item here, overlooking the bonfire. Just some souls. Right, okay. There was nothing else. I wasn't sure. I mean, there is. Let's... Oh no, wait, actually there is something. There is something. Oh no! Oh, you bastard. Yeah. I guess the game wants to make you... Oh, you know what? What the hell? Why aren't you despawning? That was weird. Even though I waited so long, it was still there. I mean, fine, okay. I think the game really wants to make you chase after it and jump back off, so you have to end up walking all the way back around. That's a dick move, but that's okay. Didn't work. Right, now let's try to make this jump, which is a little bit harder, a bit more tricky, but should be doable enough. Oh, yeah, it looks a bit close, but it's actually no problem. And we get the crow quills for it. So, these guys are all still dead, right? Yeah, didn't reset. Okay, so that's an interesting weapon. I'm not a huge fan of these rapier type weapons usually, so it is a thrusting sword. But it does have a pretty cool twist. Thrusting sword wielded by Corvian knights. Okay, this is also where we learn what those guys are called. The armored, Corvian. So a Corvian knight. A special paired weapon. When twin-handed, brandish you 4 thin-edged thin-edged blades in the left hand. In their infatuation with Sister Frida, the Corvian knights swore to protect the painting from fire, and to this end took to the execution of their own brethren. So that's something interesting. Something that I didn't really pay enough attention to the first time around, I think. That's gonna be... I don't wanna spoil anything of what is to come. So I'm gonna try and stick with what I was doing and saying in the original recording. So they took to the execution of their own brethren. And the skill is Quill Dart. Simultaneously throw temporarily substantial illusions of the 4 thin-edged blades wielded in the left hand. So that's throwing temporarily substantial illusions of weapons. That's reminiscent of the follower javelin that we found at the very beginning. So, like, this is just a thrusting sword. I mean, I guess they absolutely have their merits, but I just never was a huge fan of using them myself. But if you two-hand them, if you actually two-hand them, you do get these nice and really deadly-looking talons in your left hand, and you can do nice, really quick combo slashes like this. Looks pretty cool. And then you have this special skill, which it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it looks pretty cool already, but yeah, there you can see that you actually throw for throwing darts in front of you. I don't know how useful that really is, but it is definitely a cool weapon. So yeah, let's actually go back to my real weapon. And I think this is where I ended the original episode. So I'm gonna make my way back up to the bonfire. And yeah, next episode should be back on track. Back with the original character, or the real character, my more dex-based one with the twin blades and all that. Same helmet though. Hardly a difference, right? So yeah, that's when I start actually exploring up that hill and the rest of this settlement, and maybe we'll take a look at the buildings up there. That one over there looks really significant. And all of that seems to maybe lead back up to the chapel up on the cliff. We'll see. Anyway, I hope... I mean, there's really nothing I could have done, but I hope you're not too upset about the original footage being lost. I guess I'm probably more upset about that than anyone else. I hope you enjoyed, nonetheless. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and I shall see you real soon. Actually, my younger self, 2 days younger self, and my other character will greet you on the next episode. So, till then, have a wonderful time, and bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.